What do plants need to grow? Plants need water, air, soil, and warm sunlight. A plant is a living thing. It's alive. Plants need light, air, and water to grow. Plants need plenty of sunlight. The plants use sunlight to make their own food. They trap light from the sun using their leaves. So you don't have to feed a plant. The plant can feed itself from the sun. Plants also need plenty of water. Their roots absorb water from the soil after it rains. Plants also need air. They take in carbon dioxide from the air and it releases oxygen back into the environment. Also, plants need nutrients in the soil. They absorb those nutrients into their roots and using their roots. So plants are living things and they help us. A plant begins as a seed. Then the seed will germinate. That's when a little shoot sprouts out of the pod. The seed begins hard but will soften with water, and then the little shoot will sprout out. This is a germinating seed. That means it is causing a little bit of growth out of that little seed. This is a radish seed, and these are the seeds we'll be planting. The radish is going to grow into a vegetable you can eat, and it starts out as this little tiny shoot. Plants need soil. This provides nutrients. So I will provide you with some soil so the baby seed will have nutrients. This is a radish seed. I bought them from the store, and on the back it tells you how many days it takes to sprout out, 4 to 6, how deep you should plant it, how many days until you reach a harvest, and if you plant it in a garden, how far apart you should space them. We only need 4 to 6 days to see our plant rise to the surface. These are seeds I have already started to germinate. Germinating means they are getting ready to shoot out of their pod. I have moistened them with a paper towel in a plastic baggie. You can see the little tail poking out of the root. These are how small the seeds are in your hand. You can plant 4 to 5 seeds. You will have a cup of soil at your table. I will provide for you seeds that have already started to sprout. That way the process will go a little bit faster in your pinch pot. If you look closely, you can see the little root already coming out of the seed. Now it's time to plant them. Fill your pinch pot with a little bit of soil, not too overflowing or it can make a mess. Make sure all the soil is pushed into your pinch pot. Clean off the edges, then poke your finger in the middle. Place the seed inside of the hole you created and cover it up gently. Poke another hole and place another seed in the hole that you've planted and cover it up gently. I have planted 3 seeds in my pinch pot. This is a starter pot, which means we'll have to eventually move the seed to another pot so it can grow. Add a little bit of water to get it started. You will place your pinch pot in a tin. Place your pinch pot in the tin by the window with your class's name on it. This is so the plant can get some warm sunshine. If your plant gets enough sunshine and water and nutrients, it will grow. It will look a little something like this when it begins. He's just a baby. But as the baby grows, he's going to need a new home. You will need to put your radish in a bigger pot at your house in new soil or put him directly into the ground. Make sure you watch out for bugs and rabbits or they'll eat up your radish from the ground. It will need water, sunlight, and nutrient-rich soil to grow at your house. You're just starting your seed at school, and then you'll eventually have to plant it at your house when you get home. These are what the radishes will look like when they're ready. After you have planted your seed, clear off your table and you can do this guided drawing. Get a box of crayons and begin by drawing a red radish shape. My shape looks a little like a heart and it's longer. Radishes are also under the ground, so I drew a brown line just to the top of the radish because he's also under the ground. Taking white, you're going to draw lines coming out of the bottom of the radish, and that is the roots. The roots are like hair coming from the bottom of the radish. In the top, draw a sun, because this radish needs warm heat to grow, and we want to make sure this is a healthy radish. So draw a sun in the corner or in the middle. Also, you will need water for a healthy plant. You can make the water coming from a cloud or from a watering can. I'm drawing a white cloud above the raindrops so we can see it's coming from the sky. You might not be able to see that, but we'll see it soon. Fill in the radish with red, and then add leaves to the top of the radish once you're done. You'll stack the leaves on top of each other because this radish is growing healthy and strong, and many leaves are coming out of it. And they're absorbing the sunlight for nutrients. Add a face, if you would like, to your radish and make it happy and healthy. If you would like to add a face to your cloud or sunshine, you can also do that as well. I'm giving mine some cool sunglasses because he's really cool and hot. Next, you can get watercolor. The bottom of your plant is in soil, so we'll paint the bottom brown. Look at what's happening to the roots. They're resisting, and you can see them coming from the radish. The soil, it's okay to cover up the radish because it's also in the dirt. And if you want to add a little green line on top, that means that's grass covering up the soil. I'm going to add some blue to the sky. Make sure your brush is clean. My brush was a little dirty, so I had to clean it out and go over those raindrops, and the cloud will appear if you go over that cloud with blue. You can also go over the sun and the leaves because it will resist off of the paint and you'll still see it. Now you have a happy, healthy radish. I can't wait until the real radishes get to see your artwork.